Welcome once again. I'm Father Reginald Samuels, and please welcome Miss Kelsey Peña, who is our new Associate Director of Faith Formation. So Kelsey, please tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, first of all, thank you so much for having me here, Father, both at St. Laurence in general and on the podcast. I'm so excited to be here serving the parish in the new role and the new capacity of Associate Director of Faith Formation. I come from a lifelong Catholic family and grew up in Sugar Land here and at St. Teresa's Catholic Church just across town. And yes, St. Teresa's. And I come from that experience ready and excited to collaborate with St. Laurence and being able to bring the gifts and the skills that I've gathered over my lifetime to serve the people of St. Laurence. And I'm very excited to be here and for this opportunity to get to work for the church. Yeah.
Well, once again, thank you for being here, and thank you for accepting the opportunity to be here.
Absolutely.
So explain your role here at St. Laurence as the Associate Director of Faith Formation.
So as the Associate Director of Faith Formation, I work closely with the Director of Faith Formation, and we support learners across the lifespan here at St. Laurence, from first sacraments, baptism, through preschool, all the grade levels, up through OCIA and adult faith formation. So I'm here to first of all, kind of gather all the information together in one place. What are we doing? Where are we serving the people well? Where are we using the parishioners and their generous gifts to the community as best as we can? And then bringing my skill set. I'm here to support the people who are already in place doing wonderful work for the community. But not only that, enhance what they're doing. Plug in the gaps. Fill in where things are falling through the cracks or people are falling through their cracks. How can we better serve the parish? That's what I'm here to help figure out, how to support them, how to enhance what they're already doing, which is fantastic work, and then make it even better for the future of St. Laurence.
You have a unique background.
Yes.
Before you came here to St. Laurence, you were studying in Rome for a bit. Can you tell us about that, please?
Yes, I'm in the middle of my Master's of Arts in Faith and Culture from the University of St. Thomas here in Houston. And I had the wonderful opportunity for 3 weeks in Rome to participate in an ecumenical course on interreligious dialogue and ecumenical meaning with other Christian faiths in Rome, the Eternal City, where the Vatican is, of course. And so it was an incredible opportunity. My husband and I spent some time sightseeing in Spain and France previous to the course. So we spent 5 weeks in Rome, 5 weeks in Europe overall. And the 3 weeks we spent in Rome were spent in lectures from experts all over the ecumenical and interfaith movement, as well as sightseeing and touring around Rome to see some of the incredible sites that the Catholic Church has to offer. It was a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, and I was so grateful for your flexibility here that I was able to go and do that once-in-a-lifetime trip. Yeah.
In my prior life I was named the Interreligious and Ecumenical Officer for the Archdiocese of Galveston, Houston back in 2009.
Yes.
And I served in that position until 2019. Mm-hmm. But in 2019, I did the course in Rome.
How wonderful.
Interreligious dialogue. And it was a very wonderful experience, a very unique experience in dealing with the Vatican officials. Mm-hmm. We went to, I think Rome has one of the largest mosques outside of the Middle East.
Yes, it does.
We got to tour that, and it was a lot of unique experiences in dealing with interreligious and ecumenical dialogue.
Yes,
in the church.
Yes. It sounds like this course was the same people, very similar tours, and yes, the opportunity is there. You can't get elsewhere. It's a mind and heart expanding experience. And I recommend it to anyone who's able to go because the world is so much bigger than our bubble.
Yes.
And that really opens your eyes to the reality of that and how to better connect with and relate to your fellow human beings on this planet.
Yeah, and I was going to ask you, how has that experience, how will that help you or enhance you in the position as Associate Director of Faith Formation?
Fair question. I'm still figuring that out, to be
okay.
honest. But one of the things that I want to find out about is more of what St. Laurence offers to the community in terms of ecumenical and interfaith dialogue. How are we reaching those in our community who are not Catholic and who may never be Catholic, but could use a positive experience with the Catholic Church in their lives? Maybe there is some way we could benefit them, or at the very least, give them that positive experience with someone of faith, a different faith than their own perhaps, or maybe they're of no faith themselves, and give them that benefit, be Jesus to them, be the hands and feet of Jesus to them. I'm still investigating, figuring out what are we doing, how can we do it better. If there isn't an opportunity, I look forward to collaborating with your leaders, with your lay ministers and your volunteers to figure out how can we reach those in our community who are not yet reached by the church. Yeah.
I understand that OCIA is in your background.
Yes.
And that's one of the reasons that really drew attention to us about you and your background.
Yes.
So can you give us a little bit more information about OCIA?
Yes.
And how you played a role in it in your past, and maybe how are you going to bring that forward here to St. Laurence?
Yes, very good. So I have a strong background in OCIA at St. Teresa's, where I was the OCIA director. We called it the Becoming Catholic Ministry there. And one of the ways that I supported the community was by being on the team there for the past 11 years and as director for the last 6 years. And it was one of the greatest joys of my life to walk with people through the faith, to be a companion on the journey, no matter where that journey led. And so being with people, helping to overcome barriers in their lives, whether that be misunderstandings or misconceptions of the faith, or whether that be maybe marriage situations that needed resolving that may have taken some time, or for them to come to a better understanding, a better personal relationship with Jesus, which does take time. That's one of the greatest gifts of my life, is to be able to walk beside people on their journey. And so I'm very excited about being here and supporting OCIA here at St. Laurence. From my understanding, our OCIA program is starting this Sunday, which is fantastic. And we have, I believe, a record number of people signed up, which is such a blessing, such a gift to St. Laurence, that they have been going out and being the example for others in the community, to the point where it's inspiring others to figure out why we're doing what we're doing and how they can be a part of it. That's a huge testament to the work that's happening here at St. Laurence, and truly a blessing of God and a gift from God to the entire parish, because the more people that become Catholic, the better we'll all be for it, because everyone brings their unique talents, their unique gifts, and I'm grateful to even be a small part of the process you guys have here in whatever way that I can. Yeah.
So, Ms. Peña, tell us about your background in public school.
Yes.
And how that has brought you to Catholic and Catholic education.
Yes. I come from a long history in the public schools. I have a bachelor's of music in music therapy, which is a very unusual degree coming to the Catholic side of things. And so I have 16 years of experience in public education, in special education, in Fort Bend ISD, working across the schools, across the grade levels, ages 3 through 22, and serving students in special education through music. So instead of teaching music like a music teacher would, as a music therapist, I use music to teach. And so that education background I bring to the table here at St. Laurence is to reach every learner wherever they are, meet them where they're at. And so for me, being able to incorporate not just music therapy, but the many techniques and skills that I've picked up in special education over the years to be able to take those skills and reach every parishioner, whether they have a disability or not. We can all learn better when everyone is at the table. And so one of my goals as assistant director is to find out where we are doing things well, where we are accommodating learners and helping them to become better Catholics, where we can do better. And our catechists are incredibly well trained already in assisting our parishioners with disabilities and accessing the sacraments and being welcomed at Sunday and daily masses and special events at the parish. And for me, one of my biggest goals is to strengthen that and support all of our catechists to the point where they feel capable of doing it on their own, where they feel capable and ready to tackle all the things that are keeping our parishioners with disabilities away from the church. So how we can best serve our parishioners with disabilities and how to do it as best as we possibly can. Those are some of the goals that I'm really focused on in my new position here and that I can't wait to share with the rest of the staff and our catechists.
So what do you see as some of the major challenges that are facing not only the people who need help, but the people who are providing the help, the providers, the catechists, the people with special needs? What are some of the challenges that you've seen come up in the last few years?
I think the biggest thing is that people don't know we are ready and able and willing to help them, that we are doing our best. We are putting in the hours and the training outside of maybe what they see on a parish flyer or in the bulletin, that while we cannot meet every need, we will do our best to meet every need that we can, and that it's a partnership between the family, the parent, the child, and us, and that we want to step up. We want to know how best to serve your child and how best to incorporate them into everything that we possibly can here at the parish, because they are children of God. They do belong in church. And I think that the word is getting out there that we are ready and able to serve them, but there may be still some parents who are a little nervous to pick up that phone and give us a call, or click yes on a registration form because they know that their child has a disability. Instead, we want them to feel empowered. We want to engage in that conversation, that decision-making process on how we can support your child or yourself if you are a parishioner with disabilities, that you are welcome here. We do want to serve you in the best capacity that we can. And through that dialogue, through that mutual conversation, there may be things that the parent or the person themselves is not aware that we can offer, a way that we can meet them that they may not know about yet. And so especially kind of coming off of COVID, I know a lot of policies and procedures, went by the wayside. Some came back, some didn't, and that's just how life goes. But there are ways of serving our parishioners that I want to make sure they know about, that they do belong here, that we welcome them with open arms, and we can't wait to see them at our events, at our faith formation, and in any way that we can possibly support them.
Well, thank you very much for being here.
Absolutely.